Continuing coverage of Ball State women's basketball, Ball State All Access and BallStateSports.com. We're joined by the newest member of the women's basketball staff today, in Tennille Adams. First off, welcome back to the Midwest.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Good to be home.
I was going to say home for you, but also a coaching stop for you.
Yep.
You were at Northwestern for 5 years. You're familiar with these grounds. Brady said he wanted somebody who can recruit the area, who knows the area. That's right up your alley.
Absolutely, and having been in Chicago for the last 5 years and really digging my feet into that area and also in parts of Indiana as well. So just really, it's been a week worth of phone calls letting everybody know that I'm back and reintroducing myself back to the area, and it's been fun.
Let's go back in time from being an Indiana high school basketball player to go down to Arkansas, play in the SEC. You've been to a Final Four as a player. I read an article that said it's maybe the most impactful rebound in the history of Arkansas women's basketball. Recall beating Duke for me to get to the Final Four.
And he was always on me about rebound, and that wasn't necessarily my forte. I think I wanted to shoot more than anything else. But, that entire run during that NCAA tournament, we were the underdog. I believe we were a 9th seed that year. And so I think as a team, collectively, we just decided that, we did not want that game to be the last game, and we wanted to prove everybody wrong. And to beat Duke, that still gives me chills right now to do that and to be a part of something so special. And I still have very great relationships with that entire team and that staff.
Well, and then to overcome, you guys lost 3 starters off that Final Four team. You come back and you win the WNIT next year with kind of a new lineup and a new look, and it's your senior year, and you take the bull by the horns to go out on that note and fight through and win. Says a lot, and that's got to be in some ways equally as nice a memory.
Everybody remembers the last shot. They remember the last thing you did as a player and just as a coach as well. And so it was really nice to leave on that note and to give Arkansas something that they can be proud of. And so, in that alone, I take great pride in that.
Let's talk about the coaching side of things. You've been a head coach. What experience does that lend to you now, and in a perspective standpoint of seeing it through different eyes?
Patience. if nothing else, I think as an assistant, you always say, if it's me, I do this, I do that. I can't wait till I get my opportunity. And once you get that opportunity, now you start to understand all of the head coaches before you. Now you start to understand that thought process, and that it actually is a process that you have to be patient with, and you have to give, student athletes an opportunity to grow. You have to give your staff an opportunity to grow with you. There's a lot of teaching in that, a lot of trust, and I hope that I can help Coach Sally in just, lending suggestions, lending experience, and, either he'll, take that and run with it, or he'll say, yeah, Tennille, not so much. We'll come back to that tomorrow. But I'm just excited to be able to help him. I think he trusts me, immensely, and that gives me confidence, and just excited to be with him and the staff and help to continue to develop this team.
Take me on your path from getting into coaching, from not working in coaching. Gave up basketball in some sorts after college. How did you cross all those rivers and bridges to get to where you are now?
I just take things at my own pace. I knew coming right out of college I probably wasn't ready to be a coach, and all that entails. That requires great discipline and dedication and sacrifice. And I think right out of college I wanted to explore some other things. And I spent about 5 years out of college and just gained that work experience that I think is so valuable. And once I got into coaching, and I'll tell you this, I was working at the Radisson Hotel at the time. And I was working in the sports sector there and trying to get all of that, those colleges that come into the University of Arkansas to play. And I just told myself, I think I have a lot to lend, from these experiences in the work field, my experience as a student athlete, my experiences as a young woman growing up in East Chicago, Indiana. I think that all of those things would lend itself useful to these up-and-coming young women. And I wanted to pay it forward. So, I had an opportunity to go to Jacksonville College, and it's kind of soared from there, and from there I went to North Carolina A&T, and I just really found a love for it, and I said, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And so from there I just paid my dues, stayed loyal, and tried to stay and work as hard as I could at every stop that I made, and it landed me here.
Tennille, appreciate the time. Best of luck. Congrats on joining the staff here, and looking forward to having you on as the Cardinals get ready to play coming up in the fall.
Thank you, Joel.